Hello, how are you? This is question 16. A curve is given by y is equals to 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12 plus 12. Find the gradient of the curve. So gradient of the curve is change in y over change in x. Change in y over change in x. So that just differentiate this equation. 2x cubed, that is 6x squared, minus 3x squared, that is 6x, minus 12. So since there is no variable here in 12, so we leave it like that. It's a constant. So the gradient of the curve is 6x squared minus 6x minus 12. This is the gradient of the curve. Part B, determine the equation of the normal to the curve at a point 1, negative 1. It's at a point 1, negative 1. In the form y is equals to mx plus c, where m and x are constant. So let's say maybe, for example, this is the curve y is equals to 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 12, and there's a line normal to the curve, so this line is what you are being asked, what to find the equation of this line normal to the curve. So let's say this is m1, this is m2. We know that m1 times m2 is equals to negative 1. The gradients of these curves that are normal to each other, the product of the gradients is negative 1, and the gradient of this line at a point where the curve is at normal to 1, negative 1. So the gradient at a point x is 6 1 6. You equate 1 wherever there is x at point 1, negative 1. So squared minus 6 1 minus 12. So gradient is negative 12. So m1 is negative 12. So negative 12, m2 is equals to negative 1. m2 is equals to 1 over 12. Okay, since negative cancels each other, so we know change in y. So the gradient of a curve is change in y, y2 minus y1 over change in x, x2 minus x1 is equals to gradient of the line, and the gradient is a half, 1 over 12, not a half. So when you work out this, you get and you know at a point 1, negative 1, so it is y2 minus 1 over x2 minus 1 is equals to a half. So it is y2 plus 1 over, so let's remove the 2 since we have one y, there's no need of putting y2. Let's just be y, and x minus 1 is equals to a half. Y plus 1 is equals to 1 over 12 x minus 1, which is equals to 1 over 12 x minus 1 over 12. So y plus 1. So when you take 1 to the other side, it becomes y is equals to 1 over 12 x minus 1 over 12 minus 1. So it will be 1 over 12 x minus 1 and 1 over 12. y. This is the equation of the curve normal to the line, to the curve. Okay,